speed, and action. Coming through the BSU campus again. It sometimes gives me a little bit of lead time to introduce a ride. It is the 14th of July, 2024, and we've got a lot of smoke in the air. Not as much as we're going to have a little bit later on. The rising temperature pushes the smoke up into the atmosphere, and as it gets cooler, the smoke will settle back down. The particulates will get heavy and fall down again, so that's going to be coming along a little bit later as the temperature begins to fall. It's 94 degrees. And if things that look bright, like bright patches of light on the sidewalk, look a little reddish or yellowish, that's because of the smoke filtering the sunlight and causing a bit of refraction, changing the color. Back over the Friendship Bridge here. The riding assignment today is shooting life along the river. They're singing that song by Katy Perry. I kissed a girl and I liked it. So I thought I'd go out by this new route that I've discovered. The bridge is still out along what's called the Loggers Creek. It's just a very near little spot of bridge. It can't be more than about 60 feet wide. But they say that getting a new one in there is presenting some problems. It's likely to be the fall before the Loggers Creek Bridge is replaced. I thought I'd go by this new way I've discovered here that's going through a portion of the Julia Davis Park and maybe turn out some of the scenic outlooks where I was last week. You know, I have to kind of think that maybe not all of my videos are being seen by everyone in my audience, and if I repeat something in terms of footage, it might very well have been something that someone else has missed. Plus, it's always a little bit different. As the expression goes, you'll never ride the same GreenBelt twice. So I'm coming back along here again. Now we'll be looking at these turnouts another time. On your left, there's an immediate sense of cool once you get under these underpasses. Getting through these underpasses present cool. You're closer to the river, and it's one of these microclimates. Kids in their high-vis wear. On your left, that's a good deal. I've got a new piece of high-vis coming. It's going to have removable sleeves that zip out. I can wear it as a vest, or I can wear it as a lightweight jacket. There are times in the spring, and what I'm probably going to discover as the fall, that a lightweight jacket is going to be really desirable when I go along here and do these rides, especially near the river, because it's always a little bit cooler along the river. The water creates condensation, evaporative processes, and it's a little bit cooler. There are rapids along this river, and that churns up the water and it throws up the evaporative processes of droplets of water. Here's one of the turnouts, and we can probably see some people on their rafts and having fun with their families. Hey folks. Give you a good look around. Across the river, there's one of those micro beaches. People are pulling out. You can bring your own floating device if you want to. They will rent them at the float center. There's a wide view. I think I've floated the river maybe twice. It's better to do it with some people. Probably because it's more fun that way. Secondarily, it might even be more safe. As I mentioned, there are rapids at certain spots. The river is low right now, lower, not as low as it will be later on. The water flow is controlled at the Lucky Peak Dam. And earlier in the season, it's higher, it's faster, and they have to kind of slowly throttle it down to get it to a spot that's safer for people to be on the river with rafts. And that was about a week later than they were planning this year. Another little turnout here. This is a very quiet spot. You often see dogs in here playing. So I'm going to be taking advantage of this cooler weather here in this shady spot. Even though it's 94 in the sunlight, it doesn't feel nearly that hot in here. I'm going to be going by the MK Nature Center again. And then I'm going to turn off my camera for a while. Because a part of this GreenBelt gets really bumpy. I'm going to make it on out to Barber Park again, which is where the float center is. Just so you get some kind of idea about what the activity is like this time of year. And it's almost that active while people are there during the week, but it really picks up on the weekends. Oh, I'm going to turn off the camera for a while and pick it back up a little bit closer to the float center. This is the Kristen Armstrong Municipal Park. I'm taking it slow and easy. Pedal assist to gear 3 or 4, saving energy on my battery. Kind of in a gully right here, out from the Warm Springs Avenue, down at the bottom of the slope from the mesa. Part of the Mesa Reserve. But it's much cooler along here. There's a little bit of atmospheric wind. There's always going to be some wind that's generated by my bicycle, velocity wind. The velowave wind. This is the Lord. You're riding with the Lord. Lord Covington, my velowave electric bike. This is kind of a deceptive little spot right here. It looks level, but it's a very slight incline that goes up. And I sometimes will get into pedal assist 3 right along through here for the next 2 miles. Now that I can see what some of these bushes and trees and shrubs are, some of them are wild blackberries and wild raspberries. I can see the berries on them, but they're not getting close enough to the water to get enough to make a lot of good fruit. Really nice area through here. Another view of the foothills over there. Some of the smoke has cleared off a little bit, improved air quality. I'm getting very close to my turn for the Barber Park raft rental. I wanted to show you this one little area here. There's sage over here to the right, cattails to the left. It's sort of a marshy area. And bumps. All right. Coming up on my turn for Barber Park. A lot of people get on the river right here. Fishing, rafting, tubing, partying. A little less partying than you might imagine. On your left. Hi. People are friendly here. The easy looking sun from the smoke. I scouted this once earlier today. By the time I'm done with my ride, I will have done 20 miles. And it's a little less busier than it was. I will cut in some of both pieces of footage. I discovered that I was having to push my bike through some of this today. Hi. Hiya. They've closed up the concessions. People aren't serving snacks anymore. Right there's one of the spots to get in the river. I'm going to go down this nature trail again. It is a cultivated trail. This red-looking road has a hard, compact surface with a material known as stalock. The whitish-looking stuff you see on each side of this path are cottonwood tree seeds. The cottonwood trees have released their seeds and they're piling up and they look almost like snow. But it's a nature trail that's been developed for people to walk or ride through. And there's a platform just up here on my right that people can use as an outlook for scenery or even fish. But the stalock surface is easier to maintain than asphalt, and it's also less costly.
Emotional, skeptical, give myself episodes. We could say it's a trend to be aiming at the sun. I never really get there. Disposable Juliet, hate to say it's the way to be safe and away from what I really got to give. So I never really get there. No, we never really get there. No, we never really get there. Can't see past the sun. Pitch dark in the back.
Doing a video like this, it kind of helps you do a little bit of pre-production, use some footage ahead of time, get it together in the editing room. And we're going to head back in the direction of Warm Springs. And it's beginning to look a little more hazy out there, and that is smoke, and I can smell it. And it can and does get into my throat at times. I could barely talk when I was out earlier today. Another view of this gully here in the base of the mesa. Temperature is dropping. The wind is getting up. And that's just a side effect from wind being pushed through the valley. I don't know about you, but if you see that reddish haze just above the ridge, that's smoke. Hi. Higher left. Nice time to be out. I was out really close to noon earlier. That pink light. Oh yeah. Maybe that's just the Boise pink moment there. If you ever been to Los Angeles, they'll publish the pink moment It's a certain time of day that's considered the, quote, pink moment, close quote. That was your pink moment on my trail. Well, what I'm going to do is continue taking this part of the trail along Julia Davis Park, cut across along one of the bridges, get to a spot where a lot of the people that raft are disembarking, and we'll see what's going on. This is one of the entrances for the Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial from along the GreenBelt. There are a couple of ways to get into it, and I will come back here one day and do a proper tour of this, along with some of the things that can be seen in here. It's the only one in the United States. That's right. It is the only memorial dedicated to Anne Frank in the United States, and it's right here in the City of Trees. Light is beginning to fail a little bit. That little tick you heard was another branch on my helmet. Keep those safety helmets on. If you're on an e-bike, use the Class 3 compliant helmet, rated impact safe for up to 28 miles an hour. Wear some kind of high vis. Oh, dude. Got a couple of sheets there under the wind. Look out for people like that. And I think I'm approaching one of the spots where people like to disembark. Let's see what's taking place. And there they are. Excellent, I'm getting out of the river. My Velo Wave, yeah, it's a great ride. Yeah, I saved for a while and got it, and yeah. People in there with the ducks. People in there with the ducks tonight. Yeah. But this is the spot where people get out. There's all kinds of places to kind of turn out and get onto a little micro beach and have your own picnic or party or music festival, as you may like it. But I was along here tonight and I shot a little pre-production footage, people getting out. And I came back after a performance by my friend Katie G, and it was just crazy. More people than this. I had to push my bike through high. It is. Take it slow and easy here. Give these pedestrians a chance. Rafts, life jackets. But we're now in Ann Morrison Park. This is where people like to bail out. So that's a little bit of a look at the rafting life, the river life. There's a lot up and down each side of the river to take in, places to eat, drink, relax, snack. People like to play volleyball over here. So I hope you've enjoyed this little view of the river as much as I have. I'm going to call it a wrap right about here. Talk to you later.